This is chapter 10, pages 268 to 297. The topic is setting. Supporting detail, setting as physical environment. Setting refers to the time and place in which a story unfolds. Each setting, each particular time and place, comes with its own sights, sounds, and smells. Each creates a set of expectations among readers for the cast of characters they're likely to encounter and the range of events likely to occur. The example in The Location of the River by Barry Lopez. The setting takes place in 1844 in Nebraska. A scientist has come across some old journals of Benjamin Foster. Foster was a historian who traveled and would stay with different tribes. The Pawnee tribe told him about the Niobrara River disappearing, and Foster decided to investigate. Him not being able to find an answer, he had gone crazy and threw his journals into the water. Setting as social environment is one of the details. Elements such as the era and location combined with the characters' living and working conditions make up the social environment. An example also in The Location of the River by Barry Lopez. Foster inhabits a social environment characterized by a particular kind of isolation. The next detail is setting and mood. Writers approach setting the way designers use sets for plays or films. Each object is placed deliberately in order to create a particular effect. The next detail is setting and character. A character's location often shapes his or her identity. An example of that in the story The Storm by ch.10. An example of mood and setting is the storm's development. It was matching with the mood of passion between Alcee and Calixta. Chapter Now it's chapter 11. The topic is point of view. The first detail is a participant or a first-person narrator. The first-person narrator is always a participant in the story and can be either the major or a minor character. An example of that is in the story Brownie by Z.Z. Packer. This story is told in the first person by an African-American girl named Laurel, known to be the other girls by her nickname Snot. These are just different types of narrators. Unreliable narrator, one who cannot be trusted to present an undistorted account of the action. And there's also a naive narrator who remains unaware of the full complexity of events in the story being told. A narrator can be naive because of youth, innocence, or lack of cultural alertness. The next detail is a non-participant or third-person narrator. Third-person narrators are never characters in the story. These narrators relate the events of a story as unseen observers, referring to all the characters as he, she, or they. A type of third-person narrator is an omniscient narrator, can see beyond the physical actions and dialogue of characters and has the power to reveal the inner thoughts and emotions of anyone in the story. An example of the third-person narrator in the story Hills Like White Elephants by Ernest Hemingway. It was omniscient narration, third person. It was very detached. The majority of the story is dialogue between two characters. And the next detail is the second person narrator. The second person narrator addresses characters and sometimes readers directly with the pronoun you or with imperatives. Second person narration can make a reader feel like a participant in the story. An example of that, second person narrator chose the story How to Date a Brown Girl, Black Girl, White Girl, or Halfie by Junot Diaz. His use of the word you in the story. The example, let's see. And even though your moms know you ain't sick, you stuck to your story until finally she said, go ahead and stay. That's it.